places and
running everything.
I never fully understood it, but it seemed like these people were pretty dedicated, and then he just didn't do anything with them. I don't know. It's just an odd sort of thing, especially for me, who is, desperately trying to get you retards to do anything good or fun.
Hey, you need to take some lessons.
Well, speaking of freaks that want to be in your labor force, good evening, Jesse.
God, what?
Good evening, Jesse. My name is Keaton. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
What is happening? This is terrifying.
Oh, yeah, this is him. So he wrote a book about cults.
I am the Antichrist incarnate. I like what you're doing. I like a lot of the concepts you've been playing with. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
I think I could potentially become a big fan of Podawful.
We watched one episode.
You could potentially.
Well, you seem very smart. I only just discovered you a day or two ago, and I was impressed enough to come over here and check out the Discord. I like what you got going on, man.
Okay, well, thanks. I hope you watched the show.
All I've seen, I saw the Sven interview, which was really solid.
Red Bar guy.
I'm picking that up.
As of 3 months ago.
It's actually, according to him, he just discovered all of this
Here's-
stuff. But he was telling us last night that we don't understand anything about.
I kind of did a little impromptu interview with them the other day. This has been the best year for comedy content in my life. I discovered MDE and Red Bar in the last 3 months. Discovered you 2 days ago.
It's crazy, right?
Matan.
This is nuts.
It's like it's all happening all at once.
Marilyn Manson guy.
Up until then, I thought Gas Digital was like the pinnacle of comedy. It made me very depressed.
Nope.
It made me very
You
depressed.
sound like me 12 months ago. It's crazy.
Man, you're really about to have your mind blown.
I hope so. I hope
You heard
so.
the Dabbleverse?
Shut the fuck up. Ass gay hobby. Alright, well, cool, man. Hi. What to say? You're freaking me out.
Yeah, man.
If you used
No,
to
no,
like
no
Gas
reason to be
Digital, you
freaked
should
out.
join the Pizza Fund. Jesse did an episode with Louis J. Gomez.
Oh, that's true. I am friends with Lewis.
Oh, that's a big coincidence because I currently own Lewis's soul. I've been trolling Lewis for 4 years. I was just thinking
You
about.
have to join the Pizza Fund to check out that episode, though.
I'm also a huge fan of Lewis, so it's kind of like a playful troll, little teasing.
Oh, yeah, you playfully own his soul. Okay.
Yeah, playfully on his soul, and there's a couple videos about that.
Play with his soul?
I'd love to send those over to you, Jesse. You may be interested in that.
Alright. What did you do to Lewis?
Something about me just either freaks him out too. I think I just freak people out.
What do you think that is? Clear your throat a little bit?
I think it's
scary.
a little bit too much power. You guys sense my power, perhaps?
Yeah, we're sensing your power. That's it. He's just a little cutie.
But I'm
Do
also.
you understand black pain?
There's two paths with everybody. Either the friend path or the arch nemesis path. I have 35
friend
heroes.
path.
35 heroes and 35 arch nemesises at any given point in my life. Do you want to be one of the heroes? Or the arch nemesis? Yeah.
Will you be my hero,
We could make a powerful team, dude.
I want to be friends.
We can make a powerful team. I'm trying to be friends with you
There
guys.
goes my group.
You got a very smart troll here.
Doritos in it.
Keenan, I do have a counterpoint. I'm not calling you a liar, but how can you own Lewis's soul when Puerto Ricans don't have souls?
Touche.
I feel like you've already probably done spiritual battle with Rufio at some point.
Yeah, honestly, you're coming off as like one of the Earth's Xavier renegade angels.
That too, yeah.
I hear when he said two paths, I like my eyes went to.
You ever wander in the desert?
Hopefully that's a good thing. Oh, dude, did you not see my video of me wandering in the desert wearing snowshoes yet? This is an
What
aesthetic
dog life?
that was never created before. Wandering in the desert with snowshoes.
In the desert.
Player Shock and Fury.
This was
Shoes were good on
this was a visual for my audiobook. My audiobook had a full visual and musical
Frittata.
accompaniment.
What are you
Hand
talking
flutes can you play at once?
He has a book on starting a cult.
Can someone send him that video? I know you guys saw it when you looked me up the other day, but yeah, my book is exactly 666 sentences. I'm the Antichrist.
hell yeah.
889 angles. 889 angles.
ColdNewBeanie.com.
Is that good?
Yes, it is, because I want to be friends with you. I like to team up with smart people.
Like mines.
Such as yourself and Red Bar. Are you friends with Red Bar? It feels like you guys are way too smart to not be friends.
No. No.
It's all smoke and mirrors, people.
Crazy.
And Greg just jumped in. What the fuck is going on?
No, again, if you choose the friend path, you have no reason to be afraid. I will protect you. I will give you my.
I want the friend path.
I'll protect you
Like
for
a
1,000
rambler?
years.
You ramble?
You just describe yourself as a dark empath.
I went from dark triad to light trinity. Praise
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Praise Jesus.
I fuck with him. He's cool as
This
fuck.
guy based and cool.
That's an original line too.
Manifester.
Find somebody who
Last
said
time
that.
you rambled.
Find somebody who said that before me. Dark triad to light trinity. Are you kidding me right now?
I don't want to wonder, bro.
Jesse,
I hope it's
fund my
nobody.
book. You don't have to do this part. This part is just optional. But if you fund my book, I'll make you millions of dollars. I've been trying to fund.
Oh, what that even means.
If you fund my new book, I'll give you millions of dollars. But that part is optional.
Look, can't you just write a book?
Well, here's the thing.
Write your paper.
Here's the thing.
Make a PDF.
I want perfect paper quality. I want perfect font. And I have to work on it for the next 3 months straight to put it all together. It is all written. I just have to compile it. I'm in the compiling stage. You
Have you
understand?
written your own compiler?
And it will take about 3 to 4 months of solid work. Yes,
To fund
please.
your book, have you considered robbing a bank?
Who was in here the other day when I was saying I'm a gambling addict, degenerate gambling addict?
Yeah, I was here for that.
That's why I don't have the money.
Going to hold him.
I don't have the money. I need an LS. I need a loan shark. But that's not why I'm here.
I got a
lead you towards luck.
But that's not why I'm
I
here.
got a degenerate gambler I have to fund every once in a while, man.
Well, that part is optional, like I said. I just want to be friends, but that part is optional.
Yeah, I got way too much coleslaw I got to send to Mersh, so.
What do you gamble on?
Everything.
Fights. Tennis, life. Oh, you forget.
I don't want to make this about me. I know I came in this Discord. I know it's kind of crazy. The Antichrist is in your guys' Discord right now.
It is weird how this became about you out of nowhere.
And that's how it was last time, too. And it just became like an impromptu interview. Your fans are hilarious, by the way. He just like pulled up my address, my home address. And I was like, yep, that's my address, bro.
Your real name.
Yeah. I go under my real name.
Trevor was here.
So you have an address. Good to know.
The Antichrist has an address. The world in
If
a way.
I had to guess, your address is no fixed address.
666 Hell Lane.
Hell Highway, Route 1.
Nah, I don't care if you guys have my address. You guys are all sweeties.
I'm coming over.
You like coleslaw?
Come on.
Hi.
We have some business to discuss, Jesse.
I'm squatting.
And business.
Where you got your co-host, Jesse?
How about I squat your place?
I'm not gonna have a place for much longer because I'm about to be evicted because I'm a fucking gambling addict, Jesse.
Oh,
And I need you to fund my book. If you give me $2,000, I'll give you the best writing you've ever had on your show.
That doesn't sound like a
$2,000.
good return on investment for me to give money to a degenerate gambler who's going to lose his home.
Well, I am good with making rent payments in times when it's a miracle like this. And I have had miracles from
Why
gambling.
you're getting evicted?
Well, then what's the
Yes,
problem?
no easy bet. Usually people who are really good at making rent payments don't actually get evicted.
The problem is I've gotten myself into this place. I've got to get myself out. The
Well, it
Antichrist
sounds like
is
somebody
not
else is going to
good.
get you out. Like the
Have you
sheriff.
thought about working in exchange for money?
Well, this would be work. I'd be providing you my writing services.
No, I mean like a normal person's job that you could get.
But why is providing you my writing services not a regular job? I'm not asking for money.
Does anybody want your writing?
That's what I was asking. If you don't, that's totally fine.
Well, I don't know you or anything about
Look into it. Can I say look into it? Because I see some potential in you, and you may see
Well, I've
some
never-
potential in me.
I mean, I do a podcast. What am I going to do with writing?
Well, I do a podcast as well. The writing is on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
I'm googling
I don't really use a
Cold
writer.
Meeting Podcast. If you don't need a writer, that's fine. Again, that part is optional.
Typically, podcasters don't have a writer.
I think a few do, but if you don't want one, you're smart enough.
What did you say?
I said I think a few podcasts do, but the very talented ones usually don't, like yourself. So that's totally fine.
I mean, yeah, like, I guess the ones that are like doing a radio play kind of thing or whatever, but
Red Bar might need a writer.
I've been trying to write for Red Bar,
You know, this podcast need a
Milo,
writer.
MDE, whoever will have me. I've been trying to work for an HLT for the last 5 years of my life. So this is not some specialty.
What the fuck's an HLT?
High-level troll. You're a high-level troll. I'm a high-level troll.
You think
Everybody's
that,
tomato.
are we just supposed to know that that's what HLT stands for?
I just want to work for someone of my ilk. You guys are awesome. I love HLTs like myself.
Are you willing to attack someone as garbage is?
Can I?
All right, hang on a second. I'm gonna get real with you. Are you really about to lose your place?
I swear to God.
It might stand for hormone liquidation.
How much money do you have in the bank right now?
Dude, I will send you all my bank accounts, my credit score, whatever you want. I really don't give a fuck.
I just want you to tell me how much money you actually have as a man right now.
It's going to be like 100 in my work card and like 0 everywhere else. And all my credit cards are maxed out. And I have like, what do you call high interest loans, like 600%, like 4 of
And
those.
where did that money go?
I did spend it on life, but I spent it on just stupid shit and I don't work hard enough. And I also did gamble some of it, but honestly, I've probably lost 40 grand in my whole life gambling.
Any of it being
Down 40. Down 40.
That's nothing.
Could be
Did
worse.
you bet on the Mike Tyson, Logan Paul, whatever his name is, fight?
No, I've been betting on everything though. But I am good. I swear to God, the money would go. Not that I'm expecting you to give me anything. It would go straight to this cause.
What do you gamble on?
So I just won the biggest hit of my life like last month. It was like $4 grand or something. That saved my ass because I was overdrafted like 2.5 K. But I do everything: trading, crypto, everything. And I'm terrible at it all.
At least you realize crypto.
At least you're
Dude.
admitting it.
I lost like 6 grand on Hex. You know Hex?
You have a death wish.
I lost all my money on top too.
I'm just too risky.
You get off on riding this line.
You have time to get a job and work and get your fucking rate dog. You're like over 14 days.
I just want to provide somebody some value. I could provide writing value.
Some,
I've made this pitch to several people already, probably
What
at
do you
least
have
10.
to show someone?
I have my book. I have my videos, which are in your exact genre, literally. Please just, I'll send you, I already did. Look at your Twitter, dude.
Get
Yeah, look at your Twitter. I sent you my portfolio.
I don't have anything. Oh, you might have gotten filtered. You suck.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, what's your name?
I have
My
Andy
message
Dick to
request.
offer. I've been getting these Andy Dick interviews because I just spam called him and he answered.
I'm sorry. I really don't like that, to be honest.
I find him to be a scumbag as well, but he is a comedy legend as well.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't like the people who fuck with Andy Dick.
I really don't. I really had never watched his stuff. That was like a part of it. I never watched any of his stuff until
I
after.
think it's sad. I think his life is too sad for that to be funny.
I agree.
I know how incredibly easy it is to contact. He'll just talk to anybody, and you'll never ever find me doing that.
That's exactly it. I'm starting from the bottom. He talks to anybody.
It's too easy and it's too fucked up.
Did you ever talk to Andy Worski about fucking with Andy Dick? Because they milked that, like, at the beginning of Pinot Casino for a little bit.
I'm sure everybody was doing it when that first really started.
But you never, like, told them, hey, that's fucked up, or hey, that's, like, hacky?
Oh, did I say it? You're asking, did I say it to them?
Yes.
No, I don't really watch their shit enough to even know that they're doing it. But
Like a year and a half ago.
I wasn't watching it 2 years ago either. I've never really watched it. But
To be honest, you're probably not going to fuck with me walking around the desert with snowshoes either. It's just, we are different things, but I have stuff in your
that
vein.
sounds good.
Well, that's the first video.
Dick stuff.
Okay, well, fuck Andy Dick. I'd rather work with you. So scroll to the bottom.
Well, I think it sounds like you just want to work with anybody.
Any HLT that will have
You
me.
really know me.
Any HLT that will have me. I wasn't expecting to get money out of Andy Dick anyway.
You're not allowed to keep saying HLT. That cat.
Yeah, you can. You got other terms as well.
Oh, of course.
Can we get a different one? Come on.
Gonna run down to the jargon.
All right, so here's a problem I'm seeing. So you want to work, all right, there's like, of the people you've named, one of them hires people.
Okay.
And in order for him to hire you, you would have to have something to show him that you're capable of.
Did I say Luis Gomez yet?
Like the first guy.
He might, I guess he would hire you to, like, fucking procure dildos for his comedy show or something. Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
This was the inception. 4 years ago. It was like December of 2019. He announced this writing contest to be the head writer for the Real Ass Podcast and gave all these parameters and announced in this very flamboyant way. And then I spent that entire night working and made the best Luis J. Gomez fanfic that had ever been written, just as he requested, to the letter. That's available online as well. And then he got freaked out because he looked me up. He got freaked out too. Everybody gets freaked out. I mean, I'm sorry I'm too good.
A lot less freaked out when I see your Twitter.
But yeah, so then he never mentioned that contest again because I undeniably won the contest. So he announced it, never mentioned it again. That's how this all begun.
Did you see his book on his website, Jesse?
No.
The book is free. It's a free PDF.
Well, I'm not gonna read a fucking book.
That's fine. Yeah, reading sucks.
It's hardly a book.
I'm sure, but even still, like, you can't. When a guy's like, "All right, show me what you've got," nobody, like, the second you say, "I have a book," in his head, he's going to be like, "I don't have time for this."
And I actually agree with that. I understand that critique. This is the best book of all time. I'm the best writer of all time. This is the dark side of the moon
the best
of
book
books.
of all time if it was about me. I'm never going to read a book.
And that inclination is correct. Reading does suck, but this is the best book that could possibly be made.
So
Listen
then
to
you
an
talked
audiobook
about-
here.
I'm saying that might be true, but I will never find out.
No, so then I want you to ignore that part, please, and look at the troll content. Look at the HLT content.
Also, he did an audiobook version of his book where he's walking around the desert in snowshoes. You kind of like that idea.
Yeah, honestly, that looks like your best thing.
I love that.
If you want to get an idea what the book's about without reading.
You don't have anything that you could ever show someone to get hired. What I'm saying.
Well, I could send you a few other things. There's an interview with a podcast that may clear some things up that I did. But either way, this part is optional. I'm just introducing myself.
All optional.
Yeah, this is not a good way to go about doing this at all.
I think it's working.
This is, and it's like such a niche
Doing what?
to possibly ever get hired for anyway.
That's true. That's totally true. That's why I'm targeting.
There's like one person that I can think of that hires people as a full-time employee.
Milo, perhaps?
Fuck no. I don't think Milo even has money at this point.
Yeah. You seem really obsessed with Milo, looking at your other stuff.
Well, did you guys see it? Because I saw you did a video about Alex Stein. You don't like Alex Stein, right?
Nope.
He owned Alex Stein in the most incredible way. I don't know if you just saw that.
Yeah, we did.
I'm very aware.
I mean, you got to give him some respect. Credit where credit is due right there.
Yeah, he said all the things I said 2 years ago, and then
I don't watch Alex Stein, but I believe you.
everything, like half the stuff he tweeted was stuff I told him to tweet. But anyway, that doesn't mean he's got money. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I don't think
he hasn't hired me yet.
He might have once been.
Yeah, well, he hasn't hired me, so I agree with you until he does.
Yeah, who would like name a person who could potentially hire?
I don't know. That's why I'm targeting HLTs. I think that's my best bet.
Well, that's like maybe the worst thing to target ever.
What was the one you said might work? Let's see if your advice works.
My advice so far is don't do anything you're doing. That's my only advice I'm giving.
Either way, I work for myself at the end of the day. But I would like to make some money in the
All I'm
meantime.
saying is of the people you have named, the only person who I'm aware of that has hired anyone in the past 5 years is Sam Hyde.
Well, I've been
But
trying.
But he probably ain't hiring anybody now. And if he were to do that, they would have to be someone so exceptional at what they do and have a way to instantly show that to him.
I feel very strongly that I'm that person. But I
You're not.
forget
I'm
all
telling
this
you
hiring
right
stuff.
now to your face, I know for a fact you are not.
You can believe that, and I've heard it many times. I've heard it many, many, many times.
Well, that's part of the problem.
Well, there's many who say the opposite as well. Or at least give me words of encouragement. They may not say that I'm God on
I'll put it to you like
earth.
this. I'm friends with 2 people that Sam Hyde has hired. And a third who I'm like 70% sure is probably going to get a job with him.
I'll say this.
And
I was just going to say that would be really cool to work with them. Go ahead. Don't mean to cut you off.
And I have people here know this. I have myself in the past been offered the opportunity and I know exactly how he does it. and what is required of you to do that.
This is why I'd like to be friends.
So I'm not talking out my ass here.
You don't think he'd be interested in me, though? That's what you're saying.
No, I don't. I don't think anyone would.
Okay. That's fine.
Now, that's not a slight against you. Maybe you can do things really, really good. All I'm saying is, I don't really know what it is you do, and you haven't given me anything that shows me what it is quickly.
Well, you also haven't had much time.
I'm just confused by it. You apparently wrote a book, which, yeah, so did I. By the way, I'm an Amazon bestseller. So, like, I know how easy it is to, quote-unquote, write a book nowadays.
Yeah, and I'm self-published, of course. It's not like it's an official thing, but it is an official thing in my heart. So
that's fine.
And I'm not saying that you are.
You're not gonna get hired by anybody well known without being not just the absolute best at whatever it is you think you can do.
I am.
I'm still not sure of what that is.
I am the best
but
at it.
Certainly not without anything to show it.
I am the best at it, and I will show you that. You haven't had much time.
Where a really busy guy could, within 2 minutes, detect whether or not. And by the way, and 2 minutes is actually too long. Like 30 seconds can detect whether
you need an elevator pitch.
Okay, can I send you a 2-minute video then? Can I send you a 2-minute video then?
Like for instance, with the Sam Hyde thing, the 2 guys I know who have been hired by him, both of them, when I first saw their stuff, long before Sam ever saw it, I went, these guys, instantly, I said, this person is top of the game. This guy is next level.
Okay. Can I do some free work for you?
He in particular has already got a team of people around him that are all very high level, and then a few guys who got nothing going on, but he's now kind of committed on. So I don't think he's like going to try to add to that roster unless it's something he really both needs and also is the best of the best that he could get, and also still pay like a really shitty wage to. So, which is part of it.
I'd be happy to do some free work for you and do my best to demonstrate that I am that person. I write. I'm the best writer of all time.
I have writers. I'm not.
Okay. Is there any writing services that you could imagine that you might need possibly for free? Never. All right. And again, this part is all optional.
Everything that I do is stuff that either I come up with out of, the bottomless pit that is my brain, or things that we joke about in here.
Does Sam Hyde have writers?
Sort of, but not.
I would assume he does. I would assume he does have a team of writers.
He does not. A team of writers for what?
For his shows.
What show?
I would assume even for World Peace, he probably just the main guys write it.
Well, yeah, of course, for the TV show, of course.
So he is a sketch writer. He writes sketches. His 2 fucking partners in MDE also write sketches. That's just them, and they've already completed their show. They don't. What do you need a writer for now?
Again, I don't know one way or the other. I don't know if he has a team of writers.
Like, we're saying you're a writer. Like, can you write comedy sketches?
Yes. Can I give you one right off the spot? Right off. This is one I have thought about, but as far as I know, it's original. So.
You thought about it, so you haven't written it.
Well, I'm pitching it to you. I believe I have jotted it down somewhere. So it's a DUI where the guy is on mushrooms or some kind of psychedelic, and as he's doing the field sobriety test, he is like levitating. And that's pretty much all you need as an improv spine, and then you can just build off of that.
All right, well, number one, that's not improv. You wrote that, and then number two.
Well, you would be doing improv when you act it out.
You don't improvise sketches.
You could.
You could, but that'd be hard to film.
But they do it all the time.
They don't.
Have you ever seen WKUK?
I'm
Keenan, who's they?
Do you like WKUK?
I'm a professional improv and sketch comedy expert. Okay.
I believe you.
I don't. I did improv for the first time. 26 years ago, I think.
This is what I was meaning to ask. How long has Podawful been a thing?
15 years, 2 days ago.
Wow. And they just kept kicking you off?
Yes, I get banned from YouTube quite a bit. But
That's cool.
so I started doing improv when I was fucking 13, I think. Started doing sketches and stand up not long after that. Improv and sketch. And you are wrong about how it works. That is not how it works, especially not shit that would be filmed for like an actual sketch television show. Can't. I mean, yes, you can improvise a line or two, but you cannot improvise an entire sketch that's going to have costumes and sets. And
Can I give you an example?
you can't. No.
Okay, so then you don't want to hear why
No,
you're.
it's not that I don't want to hear it. It doesn't exist.
Come on, man. I'm trying to be friends. I'm trying to be
You'll
friends.
give me an example, and then I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Can you tell me why I'm wrong? I swear to God, I'll take it and I'll see if you're right. I'll see if you're right about me being wrong. Okay, WKUK has this sketch where a squirrel jumps through a sunroof.
You really have picked the wrong guy. I just happen to know all of these things. You've really picked the wrong guy.
Please, I mean, I'm not picking anybody. I like you.
All right, go ahead.
Well, the squirrel goes to the sunroof and they're smoking weed and they just kind of freak out. So then they said that they improv that whole sketch. That's all I'm saying.
That's rules.
So when a sketch person, sketch performer says that they improvised to make up the sketch, what that means, or what we can hear everything, by the way. When they say that, that means that they might have improvised it off camera, came up with it, maybe even did a live show, and then took the idea from that and wrote it. And they wrote it down, they blocked it, they had an entire script for it, they had camera setups and stage direction and every other thing that you would normally have in a written thing. Improv is often used as a way to come up with sketches, yes, but you are never watching the improv in a sketch, other than save for a line or two, maybe.
So you're saying it's like a mixed bag?
I'm not saying that, no. You're not listening.
You're saying that.
Maybe I'm not understanding. I'd love to understand.
I'm saying that the vast majority of any sketch comedy you have ever watched was 99% written down.
Okay, but that is different than the original claim that you cannot have a sketch that is improvised. You're saying now just the vast majority.
You cannot have a sketch
that is not written down. Because that's not a sketch.
I disagree with that.
You can't disagree with it. That's what makes it. It's literally in the name. Sketch. You had to sketch it down.
What if it's a really shitty sketch where I'm just in my apartment right now? I start it and I say, this is a sketch where I'm just a piece of shit in my apartment. And that's all. It's kind of shitty.
Listen, sketch comedy sucks for the most part. Like, 80% of it is really bad. And the ones that are good aren't even great. Usually. Like, the echelon for even good, for just crossing the threshold into good, is so hard to achieve. You're never, ever going to get anywhere by doing what you're talking about. It's because it's no effort, no work.
I would prefer not to write the sketches. I'd prefer to work on the podcast, but...
You just said you're a writer, and now you don't want to write.
I said prefer. You're allowed to have preferences. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Put on a dress. I'm going to have a problem with it.
Well, some people do prefer to. I have a problem with it as well. And it's fine if you do. I don't give a fuck if you have a problem with me.
What do you put on dresses, or
you're not? I don't. Are you on drugs?
Why? Why do you ask that?
You're too don't understand anything.
And I wonder why. I asked that for 3 reasons. Number one, twice now, when talking about sketches, they involve drugs. So I'm becoming suspicious.
Okay, a little weed from my weed pen. Come on, and a zin, and a zin. Come on. I don't think that's an argument, though.
Number 2, you're not grasping anything I'm saying.
I think that I am. I'm trying my best to.
Number 3, as someone who has never done drugs, I am sometimes naive when that is the case, and I don't realize that the reason I'm not getting through to a person isn't necessarily that they're literally retarded. It's that they are currently on drugs, which, in my estimation, makes them a retard, but maybe when you sober up, you'd be better.
So what am I wrong about?
Well, everything.
What exactly am I wrong about?
I've already told you over and over again. The fact that you're asking that is a problem.
Every criticism has been vague. I'm fine with the criticism, but it's not a precise.
Specific, actually.
Look, I'm Drake right now. I'm doing a 20v1. I'm not afraid.
What?
I'm not afraid of the smoke. You guys can say whatever you want.
Just me.
But it's not. The other guy just chimed in.
That's the peanut gallery, man. You got to be able to handle that.
No, it's no
Bro,
problem.
was
It's
being
no
vague.
problem.
He literally was being specifically
I would just like to know what I was wrong about.
There's no verses or against here. You've asked for something, and I am telling you why you won't get it. And if you listen to what I'm saying, you could potentially change that. But instead, you're making this adversarial.
No. I feel that we are both... I feel that I'm making it adversarial in response to you making it adversarial. I really strongly do feel that.
About this doesn't affect me in any way.
That's not true.
Kindness.
You've been adversarial. Even in the 2 videos I've seen, you've been adversarial about things you didn't have to be.
What,
that's just
comedy show?
It's comedy, right?
Right.
So is this.
No, this is me trying to give you good advice.
Okay, what's the advice? All right, let me humble myself. Let me humble myself and hear what it is.
You accidentally, you ass backwards, stumbled your way into talking to a guy who happens to know Sam Hyde and Red Bar and Louis J. Gomez, and by the way, Trevor Moore from White is... I might be the only person that you could have come to that happens to just know all of these people on a personal level to some degree. Each one of them. What I know to be true, not just about those people specifically, but also a medium and an industry that I have worked in professionally for 20 some odd years. I don't have any reason to do this other than to try to help you because I feel bad for you. You're saying you're going to lose your house, but also you're saying you're a degenerate gambler and you have time for weed.
I like to be honest. I wouldn't want to not disclose that to you if I did work for you. Okay. And then that's kind of fucked up if I didn't disclose that. And I don't mind.
I can't be adversarial. You understand that? That's not
okay, Jesse. You can't be adversarial.
Not in this instant. You have come to me asking for something as a stranger, and I am offering extremely good advice to you, but there is no, it's not even just not a need to be adversarial. It's not a possibility. I don't know you. I don't know anything, and I have no feelings about this whatsoever. Beyond.
Well, may I just say this? You can criticize me.
By all of this,
I would like to criticize the advice, quote unquote, just as strongly. I think it's not specific. I think it's vague.
Go for it and then see.
But that's okay. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be adversarial either way, even if we criticize each other. HLTs should be allowed to criticize each other.
No, you're not understanding something. Can you criticize what I'm saying? Sure, you can. But it comes from a place of nothing. It comes from zero experience. When I'm criticizing the things that you're doing and saying, it's from having done it. I've done it.
It's a classic appeal to authority fallacy.
I am not appealing to authority. I am the authority.
You're appealing to your own authority. You're appealing to your own authority.
You don't understand how the fallacy works if you think that me speaking from my own knowledge is appealing to authority. Appealing to authority is when you appeal to an outside force.
That isn't you from... Oh my God.
You can appeal to your own authority.
Speaking from your own experiences, that's just normal argumentation.
You can appeal to your own authority. I'm a scientist, so I'm right. That's what people do.
Not what that means.
I'm not doing
Yes, it does.
I'm now having to break down why you cannot reasonably critique my critique of you.
I feel that I have. I've called it vague. I've called it not precise.
I started with you can do it. It will just be meaningless and fall on deaf ears.
It's as shallow as a puddle.
I'm saying to you is falling on deaf ears, but for the wrong reasons.
You want to be aggressive, but it's as shallow as a puddle. There's no substance there. That's why I'm just saying it's vague.
Xavier, hello?
Okay. Hey, man. Good luck.
Okay.
You just don't need to pivot.
I mean, I have no desire to be enemies.
I'll say this. I have no hope whatsoever for you to get out of the hole you're in, but I hope you do. I mean, I wish you do. I don't think you will, but I certainly wish you do. That sucks, but it is a hole you dug yourself. And I have the very, very strong feeling that you get off on riding that line.
Well, it is my own fault.
I don't know anything about you, but the way you've worded it in your own words sounds to me like you're the kind of guy where you want to look into that void, you want to get as close as you can, and then try to pull your way back out of it, and you get a high out of that. That's a common gambler's...
I have character defects. I have a lot of problems. I'm the king of the fools, Jesse. I'm the king of the fools. I hope you can cover me. I hope you can cover me a little bit, but I'm not trying to be enemies with you.
I'm telling you, you'll never, ever get a job doing any of these things if this is your reaction to very, very good advice.
Have I been angry with you?
It has nothing to do with anger.
So what's my reaction?
Have I been angry with you?
Well, you're saying that I'm reacting in a way that's poor.
You are. You need. Have you ever heard the phrase "take the note"?
Oh, I'll take the note. I would like to make my own note of your note, though.
You don't understand the note.
When you respond to it with, oh, but this, or here's my critique of your note, that is not taking the note. It's a very...
It's called a counter argument. It's a counter argument.
Listen, it's a very hard thing to learn. I had a lot of trouble learning that one myself. It took me 10 years.
Okay. Hey, man, maybe you do have all this experience that I'm just blind, but to me, it's just a counter argument. I mean, I'm fine with... In your head, it's not. Okay.
Do you think it's possible I'm lying about this?
I think it's possible you're just a liar, yeah.
You think that's for a job 15 minutes ago?
You want a job from
a liar.
Troll.
Well, and that's fine. But if you're lying about me, there's no problem being a liar. I have my own lying problems. You know what? I'm a liar too, Jesse. You know what? I'm a liar as well.
In the context,
Who named him Damien?
They changed my name. I was trying to make my name Enoch
What is your actual name?
Keaton.
Keaton? Like Keaton?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go. Fixed it for you.
Yeah, dude. I respect what you're doing. I'm doing something so similar that I would be kicking myself if I didn't at least reach out once.
You're not doing anything similar. I just watched all your stuff.
You watched all of it?
Yeah.
Jesse, come on, bro.
Yeah, I just watched you talking to Andy Dick on the phone. I watched you showing him Red Bar. I watched you...
But if it's a podcast, you can't listen to it, right?
I watched you wandering around with a recording of you reading something.
Hey, you liked that one. You said you liked that one.
I like that one. That one's good.
Then come on.
Everything else I've seen you now wearing like a Phantom of the Opera mask a few times.
Yes. Can I just say this? There's a whole musical element that you're missing.
Face in it now, you look like you. I don't know if it's drugs or if you have a mental illness.
It's probably both.
You have a horrifying Sanpaku eyes stare.
Is that some anime? Is that some gay anime thing?
No, it's a thing about being able to tell that someone has mental illness through their eye shape.
Oh yeah, I'm totally insane, Jesse.
You have bugged eyes where you can see the whites all the way around.
Do you think I'm crazy enough to get on Fish Tank if I try to play the role of an antagonist or a heel? I was talking to your fans in here about this too the other day. Do you think I'm crazy enough that I could get on there?
I'm past hiring the crazy people. That was the old seasons.
Crazy is the
Or entertaining. I'll say entertaining.
No,
You don't think I have it?
I don't think you're entertaining.
Okay.
you can't just claim you're entertaining and good at things. You actually have to do things.
You could be a Rufio stand-in, maybe.
But he said he liked it. He said he liked me walking around the desert thing.
Yeah, we did like it.
So that was entertaining. That was entertaining.
Something right doesn't mean you deserve the accolades.
Plus, don't they like
It's okay. I don't need the accolades.
this season of Fish Tank was good because they didn't know what Fish Tank was, right? So you already know about Fish Tank. They're gonna reach you out immediately.
I've actually only watched 20 minutes of it
But you know your fans doesn't matter.
in total. I get it. I get that it's an internet show. I get it.
I don't feel that you get much of anything.
No, I'm totally clueless. You're right on the money, bro.
Thank you. I didn't realize that.
Well,
I thought it was the only one.
I'm glad you called.
Well,
us.
yeah. I guess I'll get out of your guys' hair, but again, no hard feelings. I could potentially become a big fan, and I think you have a lot of smart fans.
How insane it is to say that.
Well, I just started, right? But I think you have a lot of smart fans. And I hope you'll give me a second look and maybe take a second judgment.
I hope that you'll actually listen to and understand and take the
Look,
advice.
I swear to God, if anything gets through to my dumb mind, I will take it in and try to integrate it into my work. I swear to God, Jesse. Whatever you call my channel, I'll try to integrate his advice into it if I think it's accurate. But all right, have a good night, guys.